President, thank you for this interview. How has the U.S. treated you?
Well, the U.S. is a strategic territory for Football Club Barcelona. It's very important for the Barca global growth plans. But at the same time, there are some links between Football Club Barcelona and the States that are very nice. We are committed with this country. I tell you why. It is the 13th time that Barca comes to the United States in a tour, summer tour. And the first one was in 1937. It was crucial for the club survive because it was in the midst of a Spanish Civil War. And without doubt, that tour, Barca would not exist because for the economy of the club was very interesting, and I would like to thank America for their historical and kind hospitality for Football Club Barcelona.
So now it's a new year. I mean, you've been all over the U.S. kind of promoting this new look team. Also, you've got a new deal with Spotify. What has that meant for the club?
Well, that means that the legacy that we received when we arrived 1 year ago was Football Club Barcelona in a very difficult situation, but we are, thanks to the work that we all of us we are doing. Now we are out of the hospital. Now we are healthy again, and we are ready to compete in the high competition. And thanks for the good work of our employees, we reached this strategic partnership with Spotify that engage two global brands that are leaders and innovators, and we are sharing philosophy and values. But it's not only this, but also never seen before is a partnership that unite football and music and sports and entertainment. And for us is a positioning that has a huge potential.
If you had to put one song for the Barcelona summer tour, what would it be?
That's a good question. That's a good question because, talk to Spotify that they know more than us about music, but it's we've been in Miami, in Las Vegas, in Dallas, in New York, and maybe born in the USA, that Bruce Springsteen, for instance. I like Bruce.
Nice. We all do, no? You have to catch a concert here in New York eventually.
No, actually, I sleep with him tonight. Yes, I'm in Hard Rock Hotel, and the image of Bruce Springsteen is in my room. And
there you go. So you have him, a little reminder. You've been using strong words. You said we were out of the hospital. You said clearly the Barcelona you came into in your second term as president. What state was Barcelona when you found it, when you arrived for your second presidency?
Well, it was practically in Chapter 11. And we have to work very hard in order to revert the financials. And I can say proudly that we got it. In 1 year, we are in positive equity. That's very important. And this season, we have, in terms of revenues, 1 billion, and the profits 124 million. That means that we are getting better and better. And now honestly, we got it because we have sold the 25% of our TV rights for 25 years, TV rights of LaLiga. Honestly, I didn't want to do it, but I had to do it in order to save the club. And the impact has not risk for our P&L of the next seasons. And I think that with these deals, and I would like to thank 6th Street fun because we reach a very good deal for both parties. That, we have profits this season, and at the same time we have enough financial fair play in order to buy players, and now we are focusing the registration of the players that we have been signed this summer.
So how much have you sweat trying to balance all that out to keep it in the positives?
Has been very hard and very stressed, and but my expertise is to manage the chaos, and it happens in my first period as a president, and we got it because it was the period most successful of the history of the club. We had a lot of lucky, but we were doing all our work focused into be successful, taking care of the details, then the lucky comes. But in this second period, has been very stressed, has been very hard, but we had a strategic plan. The plan was work and work well. And thanks to all the people that is around me in the board of directors, in my staff and the employees, the executives, that they work very hard and very well in order to save the Football Club Barcelona, and now we have a position that we can compete as usual.
The work that not only you, but Matteo Alemany also and Jordi Cruyff have done, it's stuff that almost people can't believe that it's happening. How do you convince a player, right, like Piqué, Sergi Roberto, Dembele, when they have a contract written in paper, how do you convince them to then say, you know what, I will take a cut to my salary?
Well, first of all, Matteo Alemany and Jordi Cruyff are doing extraordinary job. They did an extraordinary job last summer because they made miracles, and now in a better position, they are moving very well. But at the same time, we have to restructure the salary structure of the club, because when we get the presidency again, the club has a payroll, a sporting payroll, in 40% higher than our competitors. And now it's obvious that we had to reduce this payroll. And it's not easy, but fortunately first, we love Barca. And I think that we transmit this feeling to the fans, but at the same time to the players. The players that we are talking about, they love Barca, and they did it. They reduced their salaries. And at the same time, in the case of Dembele, that I am very grateful because I love this player, high quality player, fast, two legs, and you like football, and you know that he's a high quality player. All the players that we signed, they wish to stay in Football Club Barcelona, or they wish to come to Football Club Barcelona. And they understood perfectly, thanks to the talks that we had, Matteo or Jordi, with the agents, with the player, and they understood this moment of the club, and they are aware that could be again one of the most splendorous periods of Barca history, and they want to be in. They want to be the artists, that will do it. And in case of Dembele, after some months to talk, at the end he accepted to redimension his salary, and I'm sure that he will be proud of this decision.
So now, considering all of this, you've kind of been put in an awkward place with Frenkie de Jong, because it would benefit you guys to get him off your payroll, or for him to take a salary cut, which he has reportedly not wanted to take. And I believe that he wants to stay at the club, and for some reason you guys would also want to keep him at the club, maybe for not what he's earning on his contracted salary, but how much of a headache has that been for Barcelona?
Well, Frenkie, first we want that he stays in Barca. We love the player, we love him as a human being. I like the guy very much. And he's a high quality player and he has a lot of offers. And very important offers. And we just doing the same that we are doing with the rest of the players, you know. The ones that are coming, the new ones that are coming, they adjust their salary to the new structure. And in case of Frenkie, he has a contract that talking, and we don't force anybody, of course, because we respect the contracts. And you know, it's a decision of the player. But, you know, we try to do our work. That is to put the payroll, sports, football payroll at the a level consistent, because we want to manage the club in a prudently and sustainable way. And we need to have these talks in a calm and pacific way. We don't force anybody. We just explain the situation, and you know, we are really grateful if this player, in some moments they help us, no? But we respect the decision of the player. We want he stays, he wants to stay. Then, you know, sportingly is a decision of the coach. And there is no case. Now, internally, we have some talks, as usual, with the agent, and, you know, we respect the position of the player for sure.
What happens on August 12th if he doesn't want to take a pay cut and he doesn't end up leaving?
Oh, he will continue. He will continue. You know, he has contract and we follow the contracts. And, you know, we respect his decision.
And other alternatives that the club can do in order to take Frenkie onto the team and pay him what is in his contract?
You know, this is an internal talks that we are managing as well as we can. And, you know, we'll see, but for us, he's player of Football Club Barcelona and he's in the first squad, and we count on him.
The last question on Frenkie, I don't want to press on so much. The Dutch Players Union chairman, Evgeny Levchenko, had mentioned that what's going on between Frenkie and Barcelona was a kind of extortion. What do you have to say about that?
Well, I respect all the opinions, but we are not doing any extortion to anybody. You know, if talks between two parties is an extortion, I think that this guy is wrong, but I respect any opinion.
And for when the start of the LaLiga comes around, you don't envision that the club will have any problem in registering these new signings?
Well, we are in the process. You know, LaLiga nobody knows, but we are trying to do it with all respect and following the rules. And sometimes there are different interpretations that we'll see what will happen. But, you know, the effort in terms of economics that we did, that we increase or we get revenues for 667.5 million euros in 45 days. I think that, and now the equity of Football Club Barcelona is positive. That is one of the main rules in order to have enough financial fair play. I think that LaLiga will understand our effort and understand that we follow the rules and hope that there will not be problems to register these players.
So I think this 1 year since you took the presidency almost, it feels, you have this air that you've taken a certain weight off your shoulders, a big weight. You go back a year where you had to make a controversial decision in the eyes for those who don't know how the financials worked, and having to tell Messi that he couldn't continue at Barcelona. Do you feel like the public eye has scrutinized you unfairly because of Messi's exit?
I did what I had to do in order to put the institution above the best player of the history. I know Messi since he was a kid, and you know, I love Leo, Barca love Leo. And it's true that if you talk to me talk to me and you ask me for how I feel that in depth, in a moral depth, with the best player of the history. No doubt. And I'll do my best in order to Messi have the best ending of his career with the Barca shirt. I would like to do it. It will not be easy, but I think that with the correct strategy we could do it. And I think that Barca, in this sense, that has been the player, the most important player of our history, probably, because has been a long period of success, and he was the leader. He was the one that excite our supporters, and our supporters, Barca, and I personally, we love him, and we will do our best in order to have Messi ending his career in Football Club Barcelona and being applauded for everybody.
So, if you have Messi's departure, the moment that Messi was leaving, but let's imagine you had today's financial context, would you sign Messi to keep him at Barcelona?
This is an hypothesis that was not there in that moment, and we have to take decisions, very tough decisions. But well, now Messi is a player of another club, but I told you, I think that Barca has a moral depth with Leo.
So you obviously have great history as well with the club, history of triumph. Coming back now for this presidency, how do you envision replicating, or maybe not replicating, but having a little bit of that sense of glory